Well, there was this girl that told me a story some years ago. Well, I say girl, she was a lady, but when she was a girl, she'd been watching a scary movie one Friday night with her family. They used to do this pizza and video night back in the olden days when we used to have videos that we'd hire from the video store. They hired this movie that had supernatural themes. When she got into bed, she's like 8 or 9 years old, she said to her dad, "Daddy, I'm really scared of the ghosts." And her dad looked at her like any well-meaning dad and said, "Oh, sweetheart, there's no such thing as ghosts. It was just a movie. You'll be fine. Go to bed." Thing is, she didn't feel fine. She didn't feel safe. And she didn't feel like Dad got it. Now, Dad understood intellectually, but he didn't get it down here in his heart. And so for the next 2 hours, she kept on getting out of bed to go to the toilet because she had too much to drink because she'd been eating pizza and the pizza made her thirsty, or to have some more to drink because the pizza was making her thirsty, or to go to the toilet again, or to get hugs, or to tell Mum and Dad that she was scared. And she described how Dad kept on saying to Mum, "I've got this. She needs to learn to listen to me. No, you just stay here. I'll take care of it." So Dad's getting more and more upset, and he's walking and saying, "Calm down, go to sleep, you need to do this." And she's not looking at him and saying, "Dad, I feel so reassured now. You've promised me there are no ghosts." She's instead getting more and more worked up because Dad's not listening, and she's convinced that there are ghosts under the bed outside somewhere. Till eventually, according to her, sometime, I don't know, maybe about 10:30, 11 o'clock, like it was late. Dad had to get up the next day for work. Dad walks into the room, grabs her by the arm, reefs her out of the bed, marches her down the hallway, out the front door, and then literally drags her around the outside perimeter of the house. And while he's dragging her around the outside perimeter of the house, he's banging the house and he's banging the trees and shrubs and saying, "There are no ghosts, there are no monsters, there is nothing to be afraid of." And then he threw her back into the bed and said, "Go to bed, go, just go to sleep. I've had enough, that's it." And she said she laid in bed and cried herself to sleep because she was too scared, not of the monsters and the ghosts, but of her dad. Dad began by turning away. "Don't worry, you'll be right. There's no such thing." And moved to turning against. "That's it, I've had enough. We're done." That kind of thing. You need to stop this now. If he turned towards her, I think the outcome would have been different. What would have happened is he would have sat down and said, "Oh, sweetheart, the ghosts in the movie have got you really worried, haven't they? It's kind of scary when you see them, isn't it?" And then he would have given her a hug and said, "Well, you know and I know that they're not real, but at the moment you're feeling scared, and I get that. So what do you think we can do to help you to feel safe right now?" And I reckon that little girl would have said, "Oh, Daddy, can you please let me sleep in bed with you and Mum?" And Dad's going to say, no, I'm sleeping with Mum. I wonder if you can think of another idea. I get why you want it, but is there any other idea you can come up with? And she's going to say, "Well, Dad, can you sleep here with me?" And because Dad has the best of intentions and he loves his daughter, he's going to say, "You betcha, baby." He's going to give her a great big hug and he's going to snuggle with her. And because it's an hour past bedtime already, she's going to be asleep in 2 minutes. And he's going to walk out of that bedroom and go, "Nailed it."